What's up, parents, teachers, students, anybody who's interested in supporting kids with executive function challenges? My name is Seth Perler. Can we fit that in there? Seth at sethperler.com. So let's talk about this. For students with executive function challenges, Lectures Stink Part 2. This is Part 2 in the series. In Part 1, I talked about the temperature check and the number 8. In Part 2, we're going to talk about the next phase. So as you remember from the first one, I was asking the student about what could we do? So they said that as far as lectures were concerned and they're paying attention, they wanted to be able to pay attention more. How do we do that? They said that in order to pay attention more, to get it from a 6 or a 7 to an 8, they would do certain things that had to do with like notifications and stuff like that, that were distractions. But I wasn't totally satisfied with that answer. I always try to get students to come up with their own answers, but that answer didn't convince me that it would really make a difference in their life. So I said, fine, great, we're done. Now, what would it take to get your 8 to a solid 9? So please try this strategy on yourself or with the kids you're working with or whatever. You can do this in so many areas of life. You can ask yourself what would then make it a little bit better. And guess what the answer was? It's so interesting how we come up with great answers, but this was a good one, but still wasn't everything I needed. But the student said that what would make it a 9 would be to have a comfortable desk chair. Oh, really? So in my teachings, I talk about the SSS, the sacred study space. So I teach students how to create a sacred study space, what that is, how it works. It's so important. I'm in my sacred study space literally right this second, and it functions really well for me. I can do my work here. But here, the student said, having a more comfortable desk chair. And this is something that is not that hard of a solution. If your chair is uncomfortable, imagine over a day or a week or a month or a school year, how many minutes or hours of your life are wasted just from being uncomfortable and trying to readjust yourself, or what this student said. Because they had an uncomfortable chair, they often found themselves laying on the floor watching the lectures. This was an online class. Laying on the floor, and that they don't pay attention as well laying on the floor. Of course, when we're laying down, we're telling our body to be in a rest phase. We're not telling our body that we're in a learning, concentrating, focus, executive function zone. So to make it an 8 to a 9 had to do with the desk chair, the comfort of the desk chair, not laying on the floor. But in essence, what I want you to take away from number 9, from this score of a 9, is the SSS, the sacred study space. Really having a great place that in all the different ways helps you to be able to focus and not get distracted. All right, my name is Seth Perler, sethperler.com. Check me out, share the video right this second with somebody if you liked it and it's helping you. Help me out by sharing it around. Like it, leave a comment. You have any takeaways from this? What did that spark in your brain? All right, I'll see you soon in the next one where I ask the student, what would it take to get from a 9 to a 10?